Alright, what up guys? It's a new update video. So basically this video I'll be going over my new store, what I've been working on, and try to run you through my store setup and also some of my Facebook ads account so you can see what I'm looking at and how I'm going about my new store. So since the last video, I've created a whole new store and I'm going to be updating it in this video. Just some general updates. I've been focusing a lot on time blocking. I've been trying to structure at least 4 hours a day in e-commerce at least every single day to try to keep up with consistency and also get to my goals as fast as possible. So this product is in the hair niche, and I chose this niche because I found many winning products around the same niche in this market. So basically I found one winning product and then looked into some competition and I found more winning products through them. So that is why I decided to go with this product, because even if the first one didn't go well, I could try a new one that might work for me later. So once I found a product, I decided to build the store and I used the View theme. You could check out Viram Ecomm's video on that. He made a very good video about how to build a store and then market it, but I don't use his Facebook ad strategy, just throwing that out there. So for the logo, I used Canva. It was just a super basic logo. They took an image that was on Google and then just threw it together with some text and then made it bold, and that was about it for the logo. It looks decent, and that's good enough. The whole store took me about 25 hours to build in about a week, so it did take a little longer than I expected, but overall I think it looks really good. It has a branded theme to it, which I hope will make it convert better. So here are the current apps I'm using for my store right now. Keep in mind, some of these I'm not actually using, they're just on my page. The main ones I'm using for retargeting are Abandonment Detector and SMS Bump. For my reviews, I'm using Review You. I'm testing this one out because it imports Amazon reviews, so they're better quality in my opinion. A very low, bold multi-currency, a frequently bought together app. Flexify, this you can ignore this. This is just an app for your Facebook product feed. You may not need that if your Facebook product feed is working. Mine wasn't, so I had to get this app to try to fix it. Facebook marketing, which you could try to implement your product feed first before knowing if it's going to work. If it doesn't, then you could get Flexify, but I'm actually using Trackify Pixel app, and this basically allows you to have more than one pixel per Shopify store. So remove your normal pixel from the preferences and use this as your main. Other than that, I'm using this sticky add to cart discounted upsell at checkout, but I'm testing this volume and tier discount on the product pages. You can also ignore this upsell funnel engine, as this app I am not currently using. I just downloaded it to have on my store in case I wanted to test it in the future. I really like these two apps, Variant Image Automator by Stars app and the Variant Swatch King. And basically what these do is makes your product page less cluttered and assign certain photos to each variant so that it's less cluttered and makes it look simple on the product page. For the variant swatch king, it allows you to have color variants as the main way customers can click on a variant they want to purchase. This makes it a lot easier for my store, as there's a lot of color options and they don't have to go through a drop down menu, which is confusing and it's hard to explain when instead you could just use photos. This is how I'm selling the product on my store. So I'm using video ads. I'm selling it for $22.50 plus $3 shipping if they only buy one. I try to use a buy two get free shipping offer and have bundle discounts with some apps I use. The product cost is $5 or $5 to $6. So on average, I'm making at least $20 per order. On the low side, around $17, $18. I also look for products using AdSpy and AliExpress, but I ultimately found this product watching another dropshipping YouTuber and his suggestions. With his suggestions, I was able to cross-check with AdSpy and AliExpress and decided that it would be a product I would want to test. The criteria I use for my products are that it solves a problem, has a wow or unique factor, has at least 3x pricing. There's lots of competition is the main thing I look for when looking for a product. But then again, I haven't really made a winning store yet. So I can't say all these things necessarily work for me, but I believe that these are the things that you should look for when looking for a winning product. This was my first initial campaign. I had a total of 4 ads I was testing. I used InShot for my iPhone to make the ad, and each ad was about 25 to 30 seconds long. I used the same ad for each. The only thing I changed for each ad was the scroll stopper, which is the first 3 seconds, and the same thumbnail, ad copy, and offer button for all of them. So for my creative campaign, I put it all in a CBO campaign. I put the budget at $40 at $10 per ad set with a $5 minimum spend limit. I used tier 4 countries only and put it on auto placements. Since the product is niche, I did target only females, but a broad age range. So all the ad sets were the same, but I did target 4 broad interests for all of them. Those included very broad general type interests that fit the niche. I also excluded dropshipping as an interest, like Ecomm does as well. I ran these creatives until 2,000 impressions, but I would recommend 1,000. And for each creative, I looked at which one got the most actions on the ad and website. So these metrics could be the CTR link click, cost per unique add to cart, and cost per unique content view. So here we are in my ads manager. I'll take you through my creative sandbox campaign first. So I started running this on November 24th and ran it till the 26th. So I sorted by unique CTR link click, as you can see here, and this is what I was looking at. I had about 2,000 impressions per ad set, which is what I was going for. From here, I was able to make the decision of which creative I wanted to keep using for the next phase. The main metrics I was looking at was the unique CTR link click here, and also the unique CTR all. I also kept in mind add to carts and checkouts initiated, but as you can see here, there's no add to carts because my pixel wasn't firing correctly, or users were just clicking the buy now going straight to checkout. So when looking at this data here, I decided to go with the variation 1 because it had the highest CTR link click, the most actions taken on my website, with a relatively close cost per unique content view as the others. It also had a lot of 3-second video views and not video view plays at 95% with the second least amount of impressions. So I knew that this ad was doing well. If I weren't to go with variation 1 though, I would probably go with this variation 3, as these statistics are also pretty good, but there was no actions taken on my website. So it might have been a better idea to even try this one here, variation 2. So on this campaign, I spent roughly $15 on each one, and I spent a total of $55. So after the initial creative test, I started doing data collection using single interests. So in my campaign, I ended up testing 23 different single interests. The campaign had a $100 budget at $10 per ad set and $5 minimum spend. The 23 single interests were tested at different times though. So I usually had 10 at most running at once. I was optimizing for purchase instead of view content like in the creative testing, but I was doing the same tier 4 countries and only targeting females, excluding dropshipping as an interest. I used the same ad for each ad set, and the only thing I changed were the interest. All the ad sets had the same winning creative ad from the creative campaign. I was optimizing with 1-day click and using auto placements, and I used cost per purchase and cost per view content as my main metrics, but I also use cost per add to cart as well. I recommend trying to stick to cost per purchase just because that's the most accurate data. So now I'll take you through my single interest campaign. I was running this from the 27th to December 2nd. And I'll update this. So now let's see what kind of data I had. But as you can see here, I did have 23 ads. I spent a total of $387 on this entire campaign. Each one was spending roughly to my cost per purchase, which is a little less than $17. Let's go by amount. Let's sort by amount spent. And you can see here that this was my highest performing ad. This data is actually incorrect. My pixel was firing twice just for purchases for some reason. So in reality, this is 3 and this is 1. And so with this amount spent, it eventually died out, and my cost and it was higher than the break-even cost per purchase, so I paused the ad sets. But when I looked at the daily budgets, I could tell if I was spending past my break-even cost per purchase. So yeah, overall, a lot of these interests didn't do very well. You could tell that some of these ads I turned off early. Most of these here have spent to the full cost per purchase without any purchases. That's why I turned them off. But when you scroll down further, you could see some of these I turned off early because of the super high cost per unique content view. It was past $2 or close. So therefore, I didn't want to keep spending when I didn't have to. By looking at this data, I could tell that I'm not getting enough actions on my website and getting add to carts and purchases. So I think I need to create a better ad and also try different ad copies, texts, and everything else. I'll update you on my next campaign in the next video. Also, when you look at my data, I have a very high CPM. I'm assuming this is just from being Black Friday. And also you could tell where the drop off, a lot of the drop off is happening from 3-second video plays to 95% video view plays. Usually I was getting about half in the creative campaign, and now this is dropping down to like 1/8 about, and I think I could definitely raise this. My unique CTR is like not bad. It's above 2%, but I should be trying to aim for the above 3% mark with my unique CTR link click above 1%. So this is doing pretty well, but I would want to shoot for higher unique CTRs in general. Also, I could see that people are clicking onto my website, going to my content, but they're not adding to cart or initiating checkout. And I think this could be due to the high price on my product. So I may test that in the future as well. Another thing I would test is changing the shipping price, because I do have one on the website, and I think that is messing with my conversions, with the amount of conversions I could get. You can also use your cost per unique add to cart and your cost per content view if you don't want to use the cost per unique cost per purchase, because it can be very high and you could spend a lot of your budget quickly, but the data won't be as accurate. So here's the day when I got majority of my sales on this store. It was on the 28th of this last month. My total sales was $102 basically, with 140 visitors, all from Facebook ads, 4 total orders, and a 2.88% conversion rate, which is not too bad if you ask me. I will be trying to raise this in the future, but for now, I think this is a decent funnel looking at it. I am trying to get it up to at least a 10% add to cart to acceptance conversions rate, and will update you in the future. So this is a complete overview dashboard of the entire time I've had this store, from November 15th to December 2nd. I only started running ads on the 24th of November, so it hasn't even been really a week of testing yet. So my total statistics were $150 in sales, about 1,500 store sessions, $30 average order value, 5 total orders, and a conversion rate of 0.33%. The reason I think this is so low is because not all the traffic was targeted, or I was testing audiences and creatives. So therefore there was a less chance of getting actual sales and more of just testing itself. I will continue to try to optimize this funnel and try to get it as high as possible. A good baseline conversion rate for this store would be a 4.45%. So I'll be try to raise it to that in the near future. So my current breakdown for this store is as follows. My costs were $310 on Facebook ads, $30 in my cost of goods sold, and $88 on my store. I am still on trial with some apps, so I'm saving money there. For my profit and loss statement, so far I've made $150 in revenue, minus a $6 payout fee and about $30 in cost of goods sold, with the $310 Facebook ads cost, which leaves me at a total of about $200 of a loss. Some other extra costs I had on the side were AdSpy at $99, and I just paid for video ads to be made, and that was $200. So the next steps I'll be taking for this store, I'll be creating more ads, and that is why I just paid for ads to be made, and each of them were about $20, and I've had 3 made in total. I'm going to try and test new audiences different from the ones that I was testing before, while running the winning creative in a PPE or view content campaign to get data faster, so that I could make lookalike campaigns for video views and website views. I'm also trying to launch retargeting, and I'll also get more ads made for a different product I'm trying to test in the same store. So an update on my store giveaway. If you want either Boundless Bracelets or Uniku, just DM me or comment on this video. I'm spending money each month to keep these stores open and would like to get rid of them as fast as possible, and the subscriber count that I was hoping for last week is a little far-fetched at this moment based on my consistency with this YouTube channel. So just reach out and I'll try to help you as much as I can. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.